You right there watching this video, waiting for this live stream to start, or just watching the membership video, man, and why you should join the membership. Let's talk about it real quick, expeditiously. We got the 3 levels. You got the rookie level, you got loyalty badges, you got custom emoji badges, and you have members only live stream. As we get more people flowing in to join the membership, I have members only live chat. That means everybody can see the video that want to see the video, but only members will be able to chat. That's $3. That's the rookie. The All-Star, you get personal shout outs before the videos, maybe after the video, mostly likely before the videos. You give a priority to reply in the chat. So as soon as I see you, I reply before anybody else. Get early access to pretty much all my non-boxing videos there, $10 a month. Then we got the boxing pound for pound superstar for all my boxing boys and gals out there. Get early access to prediction and most of our boxing content, virtual video collaborations, and open debate. So, you know, you want to pre-record or go live and debate me for a whole video, you got early access to new videos, some of the videos in the All-Stars will too, and priority reply in the comments. So I see in the comments you get priority reply. No, instantly that's $20 a month. So let me know what you guys think. Don't have a Patreon no more, so here's where you're gonna get some of that exclusive content I used to have on the Patreon. Peace. Alrighty then. Let's get into it. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Make sure you thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to see notifications. We go live or drop a video. All right. So today we're gonna talk about is Jermell Charlo faking an injury because PBC broke. That's a rumor out there. Don't mean that's factual. It's time for Terrence Crawford to move on from Earl Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, Junior Bacon Turkey Burger Spence. So we're gonna spin on that for about an hour. Then we out. All right. Ernest, you said you've been right the whole time. There is zero validation reason why Spence and Crawford shouldn't fight. Exactly. Shout out to Ernest, man. Long time no see. 704, Dallas finest, unified welterweight champ. Terrence Crawford and unified before Errol Spence. WBC, IBF, WBA, Corey Lee. Shout out to Corey Lee. I got Usyk beating Fury Corey Lee. I'm on the Usyk bandwagon. On the Usyk bandwagon. Spence the drunkest WC, WBA, IBF welterweight champion of the world. PBC trash, bro. And that's why you hear the rumors that share. But I got some shit working for the channel if everything goes planned. Or everything will go as planned. But I meant to go me a new auxiliary cord so I can let people come on. I'm gonna have to grab. I might have one in the closet. Honestly, I might have one in the closet. I have to dig it up. But I'm gonna decide by 5 below and go grab one. For some reason, this auxiliary cord just went out. Unless it's the headphones. Wish my backup's in the car. But yeah, man. Like for the most part, Charlo hurt his hand, right? And he goes on, and hopefully everybody holiday was good too. He goes on and say he hurt his hand. Now it looked like they ain't been wanting to fight Tim Tszyu, we can pull up the resume. Tim Tszyu looked like he was pretty much fighting on a more consistent basis before he started aligning himself with Premier Boxing Champions. All right, we could look real quick. I think his promoter is No Limit Promotions, no affiliations with Master P. Okay, so you see, the first fight he started messing with PBC was Terrell Goucher. Since then, he didn't fight another time in 2022. You go on and look. 2021, he fought 3 times. In the pandemic, he fought twice. In 2019, he fought 4 times. 2019, so you get to just 18, 4 times. So you seeing before he started messing with PBC, he was more active in the pandemic. In his first fight in the pandemic, both of them was later in the pandemic after the shutdown, which was like the middle of March, August, and December. Right? He fought Jeff Horn in August, came back in December and fought Bowen Morgan. So You know, in 2021, he came back and fought 3 times: Dennis Hogan, Steve Sparks, and Takashi Inoue. You know, he started messing with PBC, started fight once. Now, if you didn't know, he was the mandatory. He allowed to step aside and let Jermell Charlo and Castanos happen for Undisputed. Okay. He allowed that to happen. Castanos had an injury. Charlo accused Castanos of faking the injury to get the peds out of his ass. Allegedly, that's what he was saying, I believe. And so then, you know, Castanos asked for an exemption so he can get healthy and they can fight in May, I believe it was. Original fight was supposed to be in March in LA. I'm pretty sure the tickets wasn't moving in. So they granted the exemption. Tim Tszyu stepped aside. Tim Tszyu, I believe they said he got injured. That's what they were saying. Tim Tszyu had got injured. That's why Charlo waited until January 2023. Now, I don't know if Tim Tszyu really got injured. That's what they were saying. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they were saying. So they were saying the reason Charlo waited till 2020, waited over 6 months or around 6 months to fight was that, you know, he had an injury. I forget what the alleged injury was, but that's what they were saying. He was injured, and that's why the Charlo fight was all pushed all the way back to January. All right, so be it. Now Charlo got injured. Now the fishy thing about it is that Errol Spence fight with Keith Thurman was supposed to allegedly happen February 4th or 11th, and now he talking about that's pushed back to as far as June. You know, then the other fishy thing about it is Plant Benavidez said they signed the fight, right? He said they signed the fight. Okay, cool. They signed the fight, but now it ain't no date. It's an alleged March date, but he said they still talking about venues and all that type of stuff. So it ain't even no concrete date that they fight. Only thing we know that Tank Davis is fighting Hector Luis Garcia on pay-per-view. And the thing about that is that press conference was bootleg. I mean, shit, the Charlo press conference was bootleg. You know what I'm saying? The Charlo press conference was bootleg. So at the end of the day, PBC is officially on the hook for one fight, and that's a month out. And they just announced it. It seemed like less than 2 months. So PBC is on the hook only for one fight starting next year. Now, it ain't a ton of people on the hook for multiple fights. ESPN got a few fights that's already lined up for next year. All right, PBC got one fight next year. Now, historically, the top of the boxing year always start off slow. That's usually, I remember only 1 year that started off real fast. You know what I'm saying? It was 1 year I can remember that it started off fast, for real, of recent nature. Usually the top of the year started off slow, so that's not crazy. But what's unusual is the fall season being as slow as it was for every company. Even PBC, it was a very slow fall for everybody. PBC had Frank Martin and Michelle Rivera in the fall, and Wilder and Robert Helenius in the fall. And apparently they pocketed all the money for Rochelle Rivera and for Wilder and Helenius. That came out their pocket. So remember they was announcing these alleged fights for PBC, Martin Plant, Errol Spence, and what's old buddy name? Errol Spence and Keith Thurman, Ryan Garcia and Tank, and Hector Luis Garcia and Charlo Castano, Tszyu and all them type of fights. Remember that? And they were talking about, well, PBC back up and running. We told y'all said PBC was going out of business. Rick Ledger, y'all said it was going out of business. You know what I'm saying? You got what's my man's name? Steven Espinoza going on Twitter, going out his way, telling people that that they wasn't going out of business. To me, it looked funny. All of a sudden, you hear people in Dallas say that Errol Spence car crash, it was a little fishy. That's not me making it up. That's not what I do. I'm just telling y'all what they saying. Simple as that. right? They says no police report. Now I don't know if he hashed out a deal with the parents and ain't gonna be no police report. They gonna take care of it. So be it. Ain't none of my business. Okay. Then you continue on and okay. Then you continue on and you say, well, now Charlo and Tim Zoo fell apart. And then you hear it's rumors, and I say rumors. Don't make it true. Then you hear rumors that PBC ain't putting no money up for for Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis. They not putting no money up. So if I had to guess, it would have to be Showtime, the Zone, and Golden Boy putting all the money up for the fight. So PBC ain't putting no money up. And then on top of that, you hear rumors that Al Heyman is digging in his pocket, paying for these fights out of pocket, like I just said about Robert Helenius and Deontay Wilder. You know, so then again, you don't have no regular Showtime fights other than the Showbox card that's on deck. Charlo had to wait from May 2022 to January 2023. Now they talking about around Tony Harris said about 6 months. Come on, now you had Spence push this fight from February to possibly June. What's that? March, April, May. That's about 4 months, 5 months. You know what I'm saying? That'll be over a year since Charlo fought, since Errol Spence fought. They don't have the money. I'm telling y'all, Al Heyman about to pull a Houdini, bro. Real talk. He about to pull a Houdini. You hear that Luis de Cubas and Samson Boxing and talks about some of these fighters. I believe it. But what network they gonna put it on? Chop, what's going on, bro? What network they gonna put it on is what I asked. Because you hear the whole thing with Regis and Jose Ramirez, they saying that Regis, that Richard Schaefer and Bob Arum don't do business at all. Y'all not gonna try to hash out a deal? Power to him. Ronaldo, salute. The Zone going to have better fights than PBC in 2023. Facts. Could be. Shit, they one step from going out of business too. Flame on 24. Shout out to Jacksonville, premier broke champions. I don't mess with broke boys. I don't mess with broke boys. Shout out to Drake. Shout out to Kobe. Shout out to Linktree. Find us everywhere. But like I said before, to me, it's too much stuff pushing this shit. It's like, it's one thing if somebody fight get pushed back, but now you got 2 fights being pushed back. Then you got the enigma known as Plant and Benavidez. They agreed to fight, but ain't no venue. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no concrete date. You know what I'm saying? How y'all agree to fight and ain't no concrete date? Think about that for a minute. How we agree to fight? To me, like I said before, and then the fights they do got lined up outside of that Showbox card with my man from Philly on it, Paul Carroll, and that's Showtime. Outside of that, it's all pay-per-view fights. So what's different from what's been going on? What's really different is the simple fact that you don't have no regular pay-per-view fights going on. That's the difference. You don't have no regular Showtime fights coming on. That's the big difference, bro. And Charlo and Tim Zoo was the one fight that was on regular Showtime. We know they ordered Fondor and Tony Harrison. Tony Harrison throwing his hat in and step in for Tim Zoo. You know, then you ask yourself, what's really going on, man? And all the PBC apologists not gonna say nothing. To me, it sounds like it's a. And then you had the president of Showtime getting up out of there. Now they about to absorb with Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus doing all this prospering without boxing. Why they need boxing? Showtime might shut down by March. We'll see. You might be right there. And then you got Mayweather Promotions taking his people over to boxing TV. So I don't know. PBC might literally go to pay-per-view. You know, what's best for boxing? You know, who knows? You got WWE coming in. Maybe they might purchase PBC. Ricky, what's going on? 245, salute, bro. Yeah, I thought the Knicks was going to win yesterday looking at the score. Y'all lost. Spence will fight Jermell next. They need it. Now, that'll pique my interest. Spence will move up and fight Jermell. Nate Johnson. Bud will fight Virgil Ortiz versus the Owners next. I don't think so. He said, you don't see the other contenders knocking on the WBO door to fight Bud. Everyone's knocking the WIBF, WC door. They know Spence is there for they know Spence about to vacate. That's the difference. They know Spence about to vacate. Spence a threat to them boys just like Terrence Crawford is. But they know Spence going to vacate. That's the big difference. They know Spence about to go on vacation season. They going to get a free belt. That's why I say you don't listen to what the fighters say. You can't listen to nothing but the news. You don't listen to what the fighters say, bro. Believe, and you don't listen to what the fighters say. Because they don't control their career. You know, you got to listen to the handlers. Because the fighters say what they want to do, but the promoters and stuff, they the ones that control everything. Real talk. Canelo made PBC go bankroll. I heard he had in Hot 95 in the back end. I don't know about all that. Premier broke back contracts. Uncle Al wants you to sign for a 360 deal. That's pretty much what he's doing. You don't have no guarantee fight days. It's crazy to me. I heard Earl Spence say that he don't even think he got a signing bonus. So I don't know. You still got artists. You got artists today signing, worse than 360 deals. You know what I'm saying? They signing worse than with 360 deals nowadays. They getting the percentage of they show money now. I seen that Megan Thee Stallion Carl Crawford deal, the baseball player that got a record label, that they getting a percentage of the show money now. Athletics Mind, I go subscribe to his channel. So, like I continue to say, bro, like it's validity to possibly that he faking an injury. What's so funny is he turned around and accused Castellanos of taking the faking the injury. But let's not, and flushing out PEDs, let's not act like the Charlo twins both ain't missed no drug tests. Let's not act like Jermell Charlo, refused to test against J-Rock, champion or no champion. That's never a good look. That's never a good look to dodge a drug test. No matter how you slice the cake, it's never a good look not to take a drug test. It's never a good look. So when you go pointing the fingers, you know what I'm saying? Come on. When you come pointing the fingers, bro, like, come on. Don't be surprised when the boomerang come back around and clock your ass. Like my man Sokka from the Avatar Last Airbender. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Tom Brown is L drug plug. Man, Tom Brown, I heard he getting peanuts like everybody else. He just getting by. Just to get by. Just to get by. Just to get by. That's crazy. What Jeezy say in that song with Jody Breeze? The young, what was the name of them boys? Boys in the Hood. He said, man, we get money. He said, dog, y'all just getting by. He said, y'all just getting by. That's crazy. He said, y'all just getting by, but that's up to them. Quite frankly, that's up to them. 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 But like I continue to say, it just look fishy right now, bro. It look real fishy, their operation. The second half after May look real slow for PBC, and then you start off the year real slow. Time to spin the block. We'll give Spence the end of January, February. We know He recovering. He ain't recovering from shit. Support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Don't forget y'all can listen to this tomorrow on Spotify around 7, Anchor on 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning on Spotify. Everything else around lunchtime, Eastern Standard Time, around 12. You know, Jermell Charlo going around talking about, I broke in my paw. He talking about, I broke in my paw. Wasn't nobody buying them tickets, bro. Trust and believe me. Wasn't nobody buying a Jermell Charlo and Tim Zoo ticket, bro. How many people coming over after Christmas and spending their money to go support Tim Zoo from Australia? Come on, they don't even support Jermell Charlo when they got to drive down the freeway to get to the stadium. Charlo fight at Houston, San Antonio, LA, Vegas. They ain't coming to support him. And he ain't no good fighter. He disrespect everybody. How you disrespect the very same people who supposed to be helping you become a millionaire, help you feed your family? Same people supposed to be spreading a good word about your talent. But you going around here disrespecting these people, yelling at niggas and their sons and shit, and they trying to bring this opposition to you. Come on, that's crazy. The people at PBC don't like Charlo neither. Canelo sunk HBO with high gear. It wasn't him. HBO just wasn't moving no TV ratings. The Game of Thrones reruns was doing better. AT&T came in, looked at the book, said, why we doing boxing? Al Heyman don't promote anything. He wants to profit without promoting himself. Exactly. That's why AB said they need real promoters. AB just said that on the BLK Prime. They need real promoters. They ain't doing nothing. They ain't doing nothing at all. And it's a shame. But hey, guess what? That's life. Hope Dana White coming to buy. And Dana White ain't gonna be able to do shit. Them niggas would rather retire. He said them fighters know the play. Come to Tom Brown promotion where the promoter doesn't even know where the hell he is or the fighters. Uncle Al is Spence's father. And Spence is Jermell Charlo father. Oh, Jermell, I am your father. Then Jermell accused Tony Harrison of faking an injury too. Yeah, he sure did. When I look at the nigga faking an injury allegedly in his Balenciagas. Broner and Floyd Schofield father exposed PBC. He did. He sure did. He said, man, intellectual property. You understand that? Any idea that you got, that's they shit. From logos. Go look at the deal 50 Cent had Ryan Martin in. He still get a percent of Ryan Martin's person shit. Whatever Ryan Martin endorsement deal 50 Cent had a piece of. So if 50 Cent had a deal like that and just coming to boxing, imagine what Al Heyman doing. Go read up on Ryan Martin's contract with SMS Promotions and 50 Cent. It's a nasty contract. That's the norm in boxing. Shout out to Coach Malachi, True Media today. He said, peace is good for the TV. Let's get these likes up. Yeah, hit the like button. Yeah, I got finished watching an interview with Floyd Schofield, his father, Kid Austin. And Kid Austin ain't thinking about them britches. He thinking about a world championship. Yeah, he one athletic boy, though. He athletic. You want to see all the brothers win. The PBC boys on the allowance money. That's why they owe Al Heyman. Can't leave, can't sue an advisor according to the Muhammad Ali Act since he's not a promoter. Well, and again, he fronting them money. Fred just did a video about the Charlos. He said Al Heyman be putting points when he lend them money. He told the Charlos, I'll be your manager and I lend you. I only put a point on your money. Same thing Bob Arum was getting killed for. It's the business of boxing. Me and YSL Media had a whole conversation about that shit. And he was like, well, why you always talking about Al and not Bob? I did years spinning the block on Bob. I did my work on Bob for years. Now Al Heyman leading the pack and doing the same thing that Bob was doing. You know? But end of the day, Bob Arum didn't want to make certain fights neither until he got kicked off HBO and ESPN came into place. A lot of fights Bob Arum refused to make, but he made a lot of fights. If it made financial sense, Bob Arum was gonna do it. Well, she do a 3-fight deal. You know, it don't work that way. They don't want to give him Charlo. They don't want to give him Spence to begin with. It ain't nothing you can do. It ain't nothing you can do. And they give you a 3-fight deal, and they said, well, you can fight Spence in 2023, but we can't guarantee your next fight. Nobody got time for that. Terrence Crawford need to make a contingency plan to reach whatever goals he could reach without Errol Spence, and get out of boxing. We see way too many times where guys like Roy stick around longer than they supposed to, Bernard sticking around longer than they supposed to, Pacquiao, Mayweather sticking around longer than they supposed to. Don't nobody stick around boxing for the love of taking punishment. Don't nobody stick around for boxing for the love of taking punches. It ain't like you at the plant and you got the job upstairs where you wipe the cars down before they get painted. No, it's not that job. It's not that easy where you sit down and a car come every hour and you wipe it down before it go through painting. No, it's not that job. It is not that job. Trust and believe me, it is not that job. Trust and believe me. The training, the taking punishment. Nobody want to take punishment for the fun of taking punishment. Nobody. 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 So at the end of the day, they can say that dream that you want to. It ain't that much addiction in the world. And if y'all been trying to hit me up on social media, I broke my phone and shit, man. So I'm trying to get back. I had to go buy like a little Motorola and shit like that. I'm trying to see if I had to work on next Monday because we had today off. But yeah, that's just what it is. And now it's just looking funny, bro. If you look at it, it looked like something about to happen. Real talk. It don't seem like they got some type of structure in place. All these fights getting pushed back. I think Showtime really, the contract supposed to expire in 2023. It looked like Showtime. It like Showtime is playing hardball. And then you hear Espinoza. Espinoza is signing talent exclusively to Showtime. I remember hearing him talk about how Showtime. He was telling us how Showtime isn't a farm system, but it is. The Showbox isn't a farm system. It is a farm system. It is a farm system. Showbox is a farm system. Because if you got young talent that's on Showbox, from Devin Haney to a lot of other talent that's came on there, Regis Progress and etc., and they not signing to Showtime, and they going to other places and signing where they not retaining them with a Showtime deal. You know what I'm saying? What do you call that? What do you call that? What do you call it? It's a farm system for other networks. So if I got Regis Progress on there and you don't sign Regis Progress to a Showtime contract, and he go over there to, whoever, he go to Probellum. Come on, you didn't retain him. You got Deontay Wilder who came up on Showbox. I don't know if he did, just allegedly, right? And he never signed with Showtime. He go from Fox, Showtime, ESPN, wherever. What do you call that's a farm system? That's a farm system, bro. That's exactly what it is. Come on. D-Lo 404 Boxing, shout out to Atlanta. Swaggy D say that's the only way Bud is going to get them belts. He not going to get them belts. He not. Let's call a spade a spade. Let's call a spade a spade. He not going to get them belts. Unless he signed a slave deal. And then if he signed a slave deal, guess what? They don't even seem like they got the network. It don't even seem like they got the network to put on these fights. It don't seem like they got the network to put on these fights anyway. People forgetting Tim Smith said, we ain't even got the money right now. He said, we ain't even got the money. So what can you do if you ain't got the money? Damn, you don't think the car crash was... Man, at the end of the day, bro, I'm not the one saying this. I don't make up shit. Now, you want to talk about the car crash? I'll give you these facts. The fact was, Derrick James said Earl was in the gym. He didn't see nothing wrong with Earl. Earl looked perfectly fine. I spoke to somebody else, confidential, about Earl Spence. He said Earl Spence came to his establishment, didn't like nothing was wrong with him. Then Earl Spence said, well, yeah, I'm a little injured. I got to push it back to June and all this. But your trainer just said that you was in the gym. You looked 100% fine. Which one is it? Which one is it? Ain't shit wrong with that nigga. He just don't want to fight Keith Thurman. Come on. You heard Baby Mama's boy say the same thing. Said he seen a nigga, wasn't nothing wrong with him. Tim and Charlo does big numbers on strip here. LWC don't support their own. They've been beefing with Charlo. Sometimes they ride the nigga dick. Sometimes they get mad at him. But, you know, I think it's disrespectful to ask an undisputed champion to go to Australia. But then again, undisputed champion disrespect his fans. Charlo accused Harrison and Castanos of faking injuries before those two rematches that he needed to make it up for undisputed. I mean, I don't know. You had a good point earlier. Bud should definitely fight Tim. That's what people saying. It's not my idea. It's what some fans are saying. Me personally, bro, if we got to get boxing down to the bare minimum of it being what NHL was, with a sport that nobody remembered, in order to rehabilitate itself the right way, so be it. There's always going to be casualties, no matter what point of view, no matter what side of the war you on. If you believe what Thanos believed, guess what? It's going to be casualties. If you believe what the Avengers believe, guess what? It's going to be casualties to get where you got to get to. You know what I'm saying? You got Cobra, who made all this money while he was real young in the Hunger Gone. And he invested his money the right way. And in the Hunger Gone, where he at? And then he wasn't even hungry enough to get his ass in the gym to get ready to revive his career versus Frank Martin. Come on. Just chew on that for a minute. Deontay Wilder had to stand his ground to get what he was deserved for him to even come back. They weren't trying to pay Deontay Wilder to come back. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button. They wasn't. Charlo made $10 million. That's why another reason why Al Haymon don't want Errol Spence to fight for undisputed. If he beat Terrence Crawford, you know, allegedly per his incentives in his contract, he get a $10 million bonus for unifying the division. Like I said, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth from what I know. Maybe the bonus a little bit more than 10, maybe it's a little bit less. I don't know. Charlo got 10 million. He said it. And I checked it out, and it's true. It's incentives in their contract. Now you want to know why Al Haymon don't like to unify and get undisputed champion? Because his bonuses in there. His bonuses. You don't want to get Tim Zwick's side of beating Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo is very erratic. Charlo very beatable. Look at his resume. He barely got past Demetrius Hopkins. He barely got past Gabriel Rosado. A lot of people picking him out, thought he won that fight. He barely got past Valens Monterosian. He barely got past John Jackson. There's about 4 fights we named. We ain't named Tony Harrison. We ain't named Castanos. Look, that's like five fights that he barely got past. And he want to know why he ain't pound for pound. Like, people who've been following this nigga career, we know. He ain't blowing motherfuckers out like Terrence Crawford. He ain't blowing people out like the Inoue. Yeah, Inoue had a close fight with Donaire. Donaire came in 20 pounds heavier than the motherfucker for the first fight. So come on. So if anybody questioning if he tough and he can fight bigger people, there you go. There you go. Honor CJ in the chat. Shout out to AB. You want to try Melon? Here you go. My affiliate link. Appreciate that. The Charlos are bums. Texas don't look. I can't call them bums. They're very talented fighters. But yeah, they from Lafayette, Louisiana. But then again, they disrespect their fans. That's like me disrespecting y'all every time y'all come in here. Only how can I say this? The only area in YouTube that I know you can disrespect people that you targeting and they come back every time is like the red pill, blue pill community, or you disrespecting black women, or you baiting feminists. That's the only community I know. And I guess the box community too, you can kind of say that with, but them the only two communities that I know of. But for sure, when you talking about the feminists and when you talking about the red pill, blue pill, and the feminists and all that, them the only ones I know for sure that you can disrespect and they gonna come back every time. And they gonna help you build up, even with like the male shit. You see a lot of female content creators that disrespect the males, but they pretty and males be in their comment section, trying to debate them all the time. You see it all the time. You see it all the time. But that red pill, blue pill type of community, or with the female type of community and stuff of that nature, when you going against the feminists, that you can run up a check on them, long as you don't, long as you don't break the community guidelines, you can win. You can win. You could disrespect them. You can make out a point. They always be on community tab, starting great conversations. And I guess boxing too. You can sit there. You can talk about Spence. You can talk about Wilder. You can talk about Fury. Disrespect them all the time. And guess what? And it's gonna be debating you, adding you, all types of shit. But especially when you're dealing with feminists and the male dudes, I'm not about to, if I don't like what you're saying, I'm gonna just keep it moving. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? I cannot like what you're saying and respect it though. I could not like what you're saying and respect it. Like, yeah, she got a point, or he got a point. Well, a lot of niggas be thinking that chick on YouTube gonna give you some, if you agree with her and shit. Like, man, come on. A lot of niggas be thinking, come on. Jermell Swagless baboon, that Balenciaga shit wearing doo-doo. That nigga said that shit free, nigga. He said that shit free. Support the channel, Venmo, CJ Good 313. Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more. Salute, bro. Salute. That's an interesting channel. Jermell be telling everybody, but do the same shit. I mean, that nigga's just unapproachable and angry. What's going on? Expert Genius. Swanky D says salute. CJ and Coach Malachi, salute. I subscribe to True Media USA Boxing today. Hopefully I got that right. John on Coach Malachi channel. See, Spence and Charlo, good fighters, but now the promoters holding the belts. How, of course they is, for no reason. There's no end game. At the end of the day, you got a long ass algorithm and you can't solve it. What's the point? Goodwill hunting ass niggas. CJ, who's the biggest draw? Haney or Haney. Lomachenko ain't no draw at all. And and Lomachenko is no draw. Lomachenko can't even dictate nothing. Lomachenko don't sell shit over here. And low key, so I think somebody said, I could be wrong, they lost money over there in the UK when he fought chicken soup, noodle soup, chicken noodle soup, chicken noodle soup with a soda on the side. Luke Campbell, they lost money. Showtime Showbox is done with PBC. And good. Al Haven ain't did nothing but run game. So they riding it out. He said Bud said he wants to fight 3 times. I got a video coming tomorrow. He ain't. You want to fight 3 times in the year? PBC ain't even a company. Spence also said he had minor bumps and bruises. Man, come on. Where? If I got bumps and bruises, the first thing I ain't doing is running on fucking Instagram live and telling niggas. That's one thing about this generation, nigga. You can get choked out by the police or something, and they start recording before they try to help you. You can be chased by a fucking demodog from the Stranger Things. They gonna record it before they try to help you. I remember in Montgomery, it was a couple years ago, they had a shootout and they recording it instead of trying to find cover and call for help. Real talk. I wish I could find that video. You know what I'm saying? Instead of getting help or getting the hell out of there, you know what I'm saying? You know, niggas rather record it. So I'm really trying to hear it. Anytime somebody run to the internet, oh, I just gave this dude $100. Like, if I help somebody out, you think I'm recording it? For what? What good do that do? If you want notoriety or you want, you know, celebration for something that you're doing, now it's one thing to say, well, you know what? I'm about to record me bringing these diapers over to Tasha because she running to the, you know, child support court. Or I'm about to keep a log of Brittany because she's saying I ain't doing what I'm supposed to do and she's trying to get more money. You always supposed to do that. You always supposed to do that, especially if you have a baby with somebody and you ain't been living with them, no matter how long y'all know each other. Michelle Obama just had a great interview on why relationships break up when women get pregnant, and it made complete sense. I ain't never been in this situation because I don't have no kids, but it made complete great sense. It did. I've seen people go through it. You know what I'm saying? And when you bring another child in this world, you know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of people probably believe having a baby before you get married, because there's no more do good, do bad, or whatever the vow say. As soon as, you know, a lot of these girls, as soon as a relationship had to hit a sketchy patch, a lot of these dudes, they ready to end it. But for better or for worse, that's what it is. That's what it is. Now, some things that if somebody give you STD or give you AIDS or have a baby without the relationship, I've seen people with high school would have a baby without the relationship and the woman still stay with them. You know, that's better through worse. You know what I'm saying? When you sign them vows or y'all lock rings or whatever, you sign them papers, whatever, that's what it is. And go through y'all too. And some little time people be hitting turbulence on some bullshit. It be turbulence in a relationship that, you know, you supposed to work through. You know what I'm saying? Michelle Obama said it was 10 years that she hated Barack Obama and they hated each other. You know what I'm saying? Go get therapy. Talk it out. But that's what it's about. If you got nuts enough to commit to a woman, you know what I'm saying? Because it's easy for a woman to commit to you because everything is in her favor, bro. If y'all break up, she win. If you got a prenup, she still wins something. They still getting around prenups. They win regardless. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said before, that's why dudes hesitant to get married. Now, I was telling my mom about this. She said it's always a bad sign when a dude want to move fast with you, get married with another. When a dude want to move fast, get married fast. And I definitely agree with that. Don't no dude willingly want to marry a chick under a year, 2 years, you know, some quick shit. You know what I'm saying? Unless you know he about to die, some shit like that. Nobody. Unless y'all have a baby, he said, well, I want you to have a baby out of wedlock. Just anomalies like that. You know. But a lot of these girls don't know no better. You know, but y'all gotta work it out. That's like any other relationship with your homeboy. Y'all fall out, y'all fight. Guess what? You're gonna work it out. Now, some things you ain't working out. But niggas ain't really falling out like Big Me said over no hoes, over no women. If you falling out, it's over money, it's over snitching, it's over not trusting the niggas, it's over stealing. Those things you fall out with. And those same things apply to a marriage. You got a chick that's stealing from you? Come on. Ain't no better through worse. Or she give you some type of disease, ain't no better for worse. Now, if you cheating and then she cheat back on you, I mean, shit, it's fair game. Now, if she bring her baby back on you, then no, hell no. But y'all just gotta understand, bro. It's, you gotta work through shit. But a lot of these women today, they don't want to work through nothing because they know they have the blanket not of a prenup, but they got the blanket of assistance. Think about that for a minute. They gonna help the system gonna help a woman before help a dude, for sure. So I always think about that in the back of how they always now women say, I don't know what I'm gonna do, and I need him and this, that, yeah. But after a while, you see all these programs they got being putting bitches in brand new $100,000 houses. So, you got a good woman that's worth working through. Before you marry, you're supposed to get the credit in order. You're supposed to get her finances in order. You're supposed to get yourself in order. My barber's talking about that shit. Like, you can't be hopping from one relationship and another relationship and you ain't worked on yourself, bro. You see what I'm saying? Y'all gotta work on yourself first. Whatever that may be. If that's working on saving money up, if that's working with being better with money, if that's working on just enjoying yourself, if that's working on getting fit mentally, physically, you know what I'm saying? If it's just, getting the whole system, the whole fluid out your system, whatever it means, if that's just enjoying life, enjoy life. You got to work on yourself. If that's, writing, reading, getting therapy, hitting the gym, you know what I'm saying? Finding sources of income, buying a crib, getting financially stable. TK Kirkland, he be saying a lot of shit that go over people's head, but a lot of shit he said, if you really think about it, it makes sense. You can't give a woman all the power. Moving on a woman, you spend 50-50 with her. Every time she don't get her way, if she feel like she can leave and she know you can't make it without her. Of course, you're giving her too much power. So even I'll spend 50-50, right? But you got the financial income to be like, man, I don't need you. You're gonna have that. But if she know she can't make it, you can't make it without her, you giving her too much power. You can't give women power. Look at all these mayors and governors as females over in the world now. They want women to have power because they trying to population control. Now they're saying there's not enough babies being born. All this is a plan, bro. Real talk. All of it's a plan. So you can't just, at the end of the day, sometimes you can't help from another relationship. You can't be in the tail end of a relationship with somebody and y'all constantly degrees of separation is increasing. Y'all was 1 inch apart. Now y'all 1 foot apart. Now y'all 10 feet apart. And y'all just at the end of the day, just a dagger in the relationship. Y'all split apart. You work on yourself, you build on yourself, y'all, you can't do that. But a lot of times you don't want to hop from another relationship into another relationship you ain't ready. Trust me, enjoy life. Heal. Men need healing too. Go travel. A lot of y'all want to get kids early, get tied down with child support. Same thing with women. I tell my stepdaughter all the time, why you want to go around, have kids, and not enjoy life, not travel? Women got all these financial programs and benefits that benefit them. Why you want to get tied down with kids at 19, 18, 20, 21, 22? You want to be on Section 8 and that's y'all goal. This is my opinion. Tim Zutine wanted to fight in October, PBCR. Okay, there you go. He wasn't injured. KG said he wasn't injured. But this is the type of shit y'all got to tell y'all kids. You got to tell the young men. You got to tell as many young people as you can. Young women as you can. You might want to be on Section 8. Donaire might be folding. Nah, not at this point. Nah, he struggled with that style. Look at Donaire folding a little bit more complete. He posted paperwork on Twitter and said, unlike Castanos, he not faking. He did. Okay, whatever. Anybody can be a shady doctor and write up paperwork. Anybody can be a shady doctor and write up paperwork. So I don't believe it. But I believe he did hurt himself. Maybe he did. Maybe he did. So I can't say that he did or didn't. But then again, if what hold on. There we go. My bad. But if what KG saying is he's saying that it was PBC who it was PBC who pushed the fight back, then I kind of believe in that it was them. Twitter was kind of glitching a minute ago. Hold on. Man, that ain't no real paperwork. The Houston Methodist Orthopedics Sports and Medicine. Man, that ain't no real paper. Well, then again, I don't expect him to post no real paperwork. Honestly, I don't expect that to post your personal paperwork, your personal information and shit out. So I think that's the best he could have did. Hold on. I think this the best he could have did. But they sure been looking like they've been jerking Tim Tszyu around. That's what it look like they've been jerking Tim Tszyu around. That's what I can say. Bud need to go to 50-1-0 PBC. Man, at the end of the day, dude, the 50-0 zone closing, that's a heavyweight record. That's exactly what that is. It's a heavyweight record. Floyd tried to make it into a small. It's a heavyweight record. That's what it is. It's a heavyweight record. Floyd tried to make it into a. Floyd tried to make it into a. Floyd tried to make it into a smaller guy. That's a heavyweight record, bro. That's exactly what it is. Somebody said my son asked me if I wanted to say hi to his stepdad, and I damn near crashed my truck. Laugh out. He said, "Dad, do you want to say hi to Christian?" No, Sonny, Dad's gonna have to politely decline. He probably watching the stream too. He said, "Dad, why don't you like Christian, Sonny? Dad loves everybody." Man, I mean, them just things you gotta think about before you make kids, bro. Make the lion video, man. About what? Lions video about what? Y'all got a joke. Y'all can't make a Detroit Lions joke for months. Now here y'all go. Pim boxing needs Tim Tszyu versus Tony Harrison. I don't know if they need him. Shout out to Northside Omaha. Salute TW 2WCs. Nick John says it's a winnable fight for both of them too. He said, "Fuck, I mean, I know you why I might be okay. My bad. He might anytime he punched. I kind of favor Fulton. He a little bit too slick. I don't know anytime he punched like old boy punch. I don't know. Fulton really a fucking heavyweight though. I mean welterweight. Loma making excuses for Haney, but was rushing to fight Camboso. I mean, if you look the way Loma looked his last fight, you would be kind of dragging your feet too. Spence straight lied to his fans, turned a blind eye, and defended it. Of course, you can lie to the fans when they buy any bullshit that you selling. Come to BLK Prime where you get paid before you get in the ring, after you get in the ring. Al Heyman ain't allowing that. BLK Prime probably paid a pretty penny to Al Heyman for he probably paid a pretty penny to Al Heyman to get AB services. Real talk. He probably paid a pretty penny. Tim Tszyu versus Tony Harrison co-main event for Honduras Castanos. I heard Castanos fighting Erickson Lubin is the rumor. Not a fan of fighters not fighting other top ranked fighters for a chance for a title. Too many just jump in the queue. Yep. Espinosa's line, bro, man, he ain't got the money. I mean, he had the money, he was squandering it. That's what it was. He was squandering it. Him and Al was just running the game on Showtime, and now when PBC, now when you know they want to consolidate and they looking at the books. Now it's like, you know what I'm saying? Now it's like when they open them books up, it's like when they look at that stuff, now they like this is where we cut the fat. That's what HBO did. When AT&T acquired HBO, they was looking like, why are we spending this amount of money? Why were you spending this amount of money on this? You know what I'm saying? What it is. Mail show doctor's note. See, I had better doctor's notes going back to class. But, back to Spencer Crawford. And I have a video on this tomorrow, too. I think I got a full lineup tomorrow. I don't know if I'll go live tomorrow, though. If something pop up, I'll squeeze it in. Going back to the gym, man. I was just chilling, bro. Just trying to chill. But, for the most part, it's time for Terrence Crawford to let it go. Obviously, Terrence Crawford do have one more step, and that's to publicly embarrass Errol Spence. That's the last step into the process, and that means showing up, chastising Errol Spence like Muhammad Ali did Sonny Liston. That means straight up going to disrespect the man publicly, in person, pull his whole card. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, that's just the last thing that he can do. That's the last thing to do. Real talk, that's the last thing to do. Other than that, that's it. There's nothing else to do. Now, if you go out in public and, you check him in Dallas, you show up to Derrick James' gym, and you start working out, and you start publicly disrespecting him, that's the only thing you can do to get in the ring. Other than that, ain't nothing going to be able to cut the cake. You start disrespecting him. You start, sending flowers to his baby mama and all that type of stuff. That's the type of tip he's going to have to be on. And that's it. Ain't no other thing to do now. That's showing up to PBC events and screaming his name and saying he ducking him and saying that he don't want to smoke. That's the only thing left to do. If you ain't gonna do that, then it's time to close the case on it. It's time to move on. Don't let these old heads lie to you. There's been plenty of fights throughout history that never happened that should have happened. This would be another one of the nice. This would be another one of the nice long saga of those fights. I mean, shit, Riddick Bowe threw a belt in the garbage. He literally threw a belt in the garbage to avoid Lennox Lewis. And then here he questioned Lennox Lewis' sexuality for a reason why they ain't fight. Don't forget that. And it happens. But at the end of the day, if you're not going to publicly embarrass him, there ain't no point. At the end of the day, Terrence Crawford needs to think about getting out of the sport of boxing. That's what it is. I mean, he's 35 years old. You done did everything you need to do. What else is do? You want to get another belt at another weight class? Go do it. Go do it. You want to hold on to the WBO until Errol Spence drop his belt so they won't get undisputed? I'm not mad at it. But at the end of the day, it's like Bernard Hopkins. You did everything you could do in the sport of boxing, but lose, but get knocked out, but get embarrassed. He's talking about he want to fight 2 or 3 times. This, in the sport of boxing, that's going to be hard to do when you're a pay-per-view fighter. That's hard to do when you're on regular TV. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, boxing going to have to hit rock bottom. Somebody got to change. These dudes going to take significantly less money to remain active? I don't think so. At the end of the day, the tweet about, asking Spence if he going to spin the block and all this and this, that, and the third, you ain't heard Spence made a rebuttal yet. Because ain't no rebuttal to make. He told you he ain't splitting with Al for $100 million or whatever it was. He ain't not fucking with Al no more. Cool. I mean, he not going to go off track with Al. He telling y'all that, hey, man, I'm not fighting this man. So be it. Floyd Mayweather said when Adrian Broner went off, when he went off cold and fought Madonna, he said Adrian Broner should listen to Al Heyman and follow the plan that Al Heyman had. And not went to go fight Marcos Madonna. So be it. And Errol Spence is taking that advice from him. So he's going to listen to Al Heyman, follow what Al Heyman got going with him. And contractually, what we understand, he got no other choice. Look at his face right there. That nigga don't want nothing to do with Bud, bro. I'm Bud. I'd have grabbed his hair and yanked that nigga head back. He wouldn't have did shit neither. He wouldn't have did shit. That nigga ain't built like that, bro. And they know it. They wanted Bud to get ran down. They wanted Bud to get exposed by Sean Porter. They didn't even want to let Sean Porter fight Bud. Sean Porter had to say, I'm not fighting again unless it's against Terrence Crawford. Derrick James know what's up. He know what's up. He probably in on the decision too. Yeah, I ain't gonna fight Terrence Crawford. I mean, for what? I gotta get numbers. I like mashed potatoes. I like sweet potatoes. I like pumpkin pie. You know, but Terrence Crawford, he ain't like pumpkin pie. You know, it's so good and tart. You know, I like to swallow the seeds and shit. You know, I like to toast the seeds and, I'm hungry right now, but like I said, Terrence Crawford, he ain't pumpkin pie. You know, he like Great Value brand, cheesecake. Nobody wants it. He gotta get his numbers up. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like I said before, unless he gonna sit there and he gonna show up to PBC events, whatever PBC events they got left over, left until the end of PBC, ain't no point. You can call him out on Twitter. You want to call him out, gorilla check him to his face. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. That's it. You got to drag him in the ring, like TB said long ago. You got to drag him in the ring by his shoelaces. He might catch him. He might not be wearing those shoelaces like them Marty McFly Nikes. Ain't nothing that Bud can do. But hold on to that belt to Spence drop his belts and go get another belt in another weight class and retire. That's it. That's all he can do. That's it. That's it. Simple as that. Ain't nothing else that is left to do, bro. Keep telling y'all that. Ain't nothing left for the man to do. If he call him out in public, it's no telling what. Errol Spence might file a police report for harassment. He might get ordered to put a restraining order on he might get ordered to put a restraining order on Bud. He gonna put a restraining order on Bud. Let's keep it real. He gonna put a restraining order on Bud. Mark my words. You know what I'm saying? Then he gonna say, well, you know, he's my restraining order. He gonna bring up some lie. He gonna bring up some lie. He gonna bring up some lie. Trying to tell y'all, Terrence Crawford, I mean, you know, I eat pumpkin pie. You know, I like pumpkin pie. You know what I don't like is lemon rain pie. Come on, man. He said, what's up, my guy? CJ, just lead like we've been knowing for the certain clown. You'll be part of his circus, Spence, Tank, and other Charlo, man. I tell you. I'm telling you. Tank Davis lose to Ryan Garcia. He can't return to Baltimore. I kind of hope Ryan Garcia win now. Real talk. I know he ain't. He gonna get slept. I kind of hope you win. I damn near want everybody on PBC to lose, bro. That's kind of how I'm feeling. They kind of stay on cold. They kind of stay on cold, right? You know, they support each other to the point Errol Spence said, well, Tank can beat Terrence Crawford. Matter of fact, Tank won't even get in the ring with Devin Haney. What make you think you can get them niggas in the same gym while they training together? What make you think that? It's crazy. See, I gotta get back in the gym too, dog. I've been off for 4 weeks. Oh yeah, I've been off for like 2 days, nigga. You know, don't compare my 2 days to your 4 weeks. I went half last week. You been off for 4 weeks, dude. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. Wait till Chicken Talk Boy catch your ass. It's a wrap. You been off the gym 4 weeks. He about to come beat your ass. What my man's name from Chicken Talk? He told me. He said, when I'm running to Kobe, it's on. He said, I'm gonna do what Christian Shields did to that white girl to him. Yo, these chicks, hey man, these chicks is hilarious. These chicks is hilarious. But this chick say, I'm telling you, man, most girls do is gay. Trust me. This girl say that head you want not coming from no man. I'm telling you, dude. Most of these girls, dude, you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised, dog. They tell you no search to a chick phone, man. Trust and believe me, dude. You'll be surprised. You ain't even looking for no dude shit, but you'll be surprised. Most of these chicks is gay or bisexual. Trust me. It's high. Whatever percentage you got in your head is higher. It's higher. It's higher. Trust me. I had a spree of going bisexual chicks. I had a nice little spree of them. It's higher. He said, I hope Spence gets stripped of his title. I'm tired of. Oh, here we go. They ain't strip Keith Thurman. I don't see they stripping Spence. Stop it, CJ. He said it's obvious they don't want to fight Bud. Obviously, Al Heyman put the CC text message out there or email out there. He said kicking and screaming. Kicking and screaming. You have to drag Errol Spence to the ring. Spence going to get the IBO belt and call himself undisputed. Motherfucking gonna manufacture a WBO belt in the ring title and call itself undisputed for Halloween. Yeah, he said exactly what he'll do. Shake my head. Yeah, I cook, skin, and slaughter chickens. No, you joking. He said, well, dude talked about the family on site. Man, he been getting in the gym. He said he been in the gym doing one-arm pull-ups. I don't know, bro. Might be another Cameron Jim Jones at the Rucker. Oh, man. I cracked myself up. I cracked myself up. Charleston White talking shit again. I'm surprised this dude's still breathing. He gonna make it out of 2023. I'd have lost that bet. That nigga must be really looking over his shoulder. Y'all got any questions, I'll answer them. Look how Spence looking right there. Like, man, Bud right behind me. Who put me in this seat? Why is they do this to me, man? Why is they do this to me? Come on, man. This facial expression tell you everything you need to know. And he gonna be a retired pro fighter. He gonna sell some lie about why the fight didn't happen. Yeah, I wanted the fight. But I didn't have the power to make the fight. You already know what it is. Come on. Is that Photoshop? No, this ain't Photoshop. This a real picture, bro. That's a real picture. That's at the top one of the Fury Wilder fights. I think it might be the third one. I think it might be the second or third one. It's a real picture. It's a real picture. Look at how Spence looking. Remember that Wayne Wonder song? There's no holding back. Come on, man. I told you his energy, bro. His energy tell everything. Look at that energy, bro. Look at his energy. I'm so sorry. I'll apologize. I apologize. I think Terrence Crawford just put a ski mask on like what's the old buddy from the UFC name? Jorge Masvidal and just go in this shit. Errol Spencer for sure press charges though. Hell yeah, Errol Spencer gonna press charges. For sure. Just like Kobe Covington. I don't know what happened to the charges, but Errol Smith's gonna press charges though. You better have bail money on. They might Tory Lanez that nigga, man. They might Tory Lanez Spence ass. They might Tory Lanez Spence. They talking about what Tory Lanez eating in jail for eating in prison for jail and shit. I'm like, man. They blaming Rock Nation. Shit. It is what it is. You shouldn't be on them jail phones talking on them jail phones. I wouldn't apologize. I wouldn't said nothing on the jail phone. And they got facing up to 23 years, bro. He at least gonna do half of that. But he deserve it though. He deserved it. All that bullshit he been doing. I don't know. Let me leave it alone, bro. Got any questions, I'll answer. That picture Earl like he was sweating. That nigga was on that good cushion alcohol. He got some lean. Come on, man. Come on. He got that lean. Come on, that nigga. I just don't understand why this puts me next to him. He said something on Earl. He said something. Yeah, it got it right here. Hold on. Shout out to my man's Black Sports Online, bro. He got his caption right here. Hold on. It's only one letter. It's only one R in the alphabet. He said, who the F had me saying about all these top ranked niggas? Look, that's what he said on Twitter. Look, that's Earl Spence. And this is caption. That's his caption. Y'all be letting this sucker get away with so much sucker shit, dog. Sucker free. He said, bro, I thought that was Photoshop as well, man. Crawford should have smacked that nigga in the cheese neck. Don't remember that shit back in the Man, he would have filed a police report. 911, it's emergency. Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford slapped me. And then Shakur would have busted this shit too. Should just beat the shit out of his ass. End of that, Bud poured a fight. Show everybody he didn't want no parts of Bud. That boy got up out of it. He ran out there showing up. DJ, he ran out there. He ran like TK on the run, bruh. He ran like TK on the run. He ran like TK. He ran like TK out of there, bro. And everybody want to act like, well, he didn't like the stoppage, and the stoppage was this, and the stoppage was that. And I just look like, okay. Okay. Cool. What up, D-Ray? I see you. Al throwing Spence aside for boosting. Hell no, I ain't going to feed him the boots. He throwing him aside for Canelo Alvarez. He throwing him aside for Canelo Alvarez. That's exactly. He throwing that ass around for Canelo. Pause. Lean back. Earl Spence shuffling his dentures. Them bitches drilled in. Them veneers drilled in. If Bud Fight tell him, dude, he gotta drop to 47. They gonna make him drop or keep one. Usually, he dropped that WBO 147 pound. Spence gonna slide to the left. Cha real smooth. Let's Boost pick it up. He gonna cha slide. He gonna hotline bling that motherfucker. As undisputed. Terrence Crawford didn't want to fight me, so I fought David Avanesian for the undisputed WBO belt. It took me 12 rounds to unanimous decision to beat Avanesian, but he was a better fighter. He is more improved because my gloves didn't bust like Terrence Crawford gloves. Watch some shit like that. Ellie said, Earl, the exit this way. That nigga said, you going to car services this way? You going the wrong way, Earl? Ellie, man, he ain't no big dude. Ellie stay in shape. To catch the road runner Spence. Niggas was making sure while Spence ran out the arena text tag. It was. When I seen people excuse that, I already knew what time it was. I already knew what time it was. Like, and people gonna argue that, bruh. It wasn't even nothing to argue. It wasn't nothing to argue. That's my thing. What was it to argue? What was it to argue? Nigga ran out the arena, bro. And Ellie Sadbeck just had to have his eye on him and caught him. That's what it was. Ellie Sadbeck just so happened to have his eye on him and caught him. I was sitting next to him. Spence responded to Bud. You know he didn't respond to him, bruh. I told y'all nigga going well, Chris already passed. He gonna wait till some awkward ass time to respond. What's up with this weak ass NFL schedule they putting on, bro? All they primetime games is trash. It ain't no good sport out right now as far as team sports. Ain't no good sports out. NFL don't pick up to around playoff time. I mean NBA. I be trying. I ain't watched no NBA games for real. See, I watched a little bit of the Knicks game. That's about it. I ain't watched none of that shit. They don't know how to dribble no more. They don't know how to do nothing no more in the NBA. Shit is utter bullshit. And I've been like stopped following college basketball for real, like I used to when I was a kid. I used to follow college basketball and football hard. It ain't the same. No, he ain't respond. Nigga keyboard jammed. Bud doesn't have to drop the belt for a zoo. Support the channel, Cash App, $, CJ Good 313. Does anyone know what Spence had? No, he has not responded. Not as far as Twitter, what I've seen, he has not responded. You all also, you're not about these women out here are about curious, being aware of that for years. You just listen to how women be complimenting each other sometimes. You ain't lying. It don't take a lot, bro. He had some neighbors across the street, you know, that's what they was into. You know, his girlfriend was, her sister was nice too. She was tight. I ain't gonna front. She was tight as hell, but they used to be fucking hoes together, yeah. And my neighbor like, yeah, it used to be, yeah, you know, that's what they was into me. A lot of them like that, bro. It don't even take, like, they don't even take much, bro. It don't even take much. Trust me. Most chicks like that, bro. That's why, man. That's why I say when you gotta get what these women do, you gotta do your searching, bro. You gotta know. They play a role. That's why I say, man, being with somebody for a year, 2, 3 years, man, that ain't long enough. At all, bro. Telling you, dog. Telling you. It ain't long enough. You know, and then you gotta ask yourself too, dog, that, you know, if you into marrying a woman, you gotta ask yourself, you know, this who you want your daughter to grow up as. That's the number one question. I guarantee that make you put a condom on, bro. For sure, not mess with them. Is this who you want your daughter to grow up as? Simple as that. You know, and some people can deal with that. Will deal with the part of the vicarious situation. Some people can deal with that. That's not a deal breaker for Offset. Let Cardi B do it. That's not a deal breaker for everybody. Some people say, that's cool. Cool. Like I said, I'm not knocking nobody what they believe in. A lot of people, that's not a deal breaker. You know what I'm saying? If you know, like I tell you, you know if a woman for you, bro. She see you need some socks. You know you need some drawers. Your birthday come around, and she treat it like a holiday, stuff of that nature, and she take care of you. Come on. Simple. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get a perfect woman. You know, real talk. You're going to be ups and downs. But I be telling y'all, bro, you know what I'm saying? If you got to spend $1 billion years to look for that woman, so be it. You know, they ain't gonna mark every box: booty, titty, face, hips, feet. Oh, it ain't gonna mark every box. A lot of times, I hate to say, you gotta settle. You know, if you're ugly nigga, you know, you gotta get your money up. You know, straight up and down. But I see some ugly niggas without money do it. It's just about, a lot of times it's just about trying, bro. A lot of these women be desperate, bro. It's just about trying. Just about trying. A lot of times, the baddest ones, a lot of niggas don't be speaking to them, but a lot of niggas don't want the balanced ones because they come with a lot of baggage. They want this expensive shit and stuff. Cool. That's why a lot of them get them out and get them young girls. They don't know no better. But with Crush Timzu, I think Timzu's too. I don't know about Crush Timzu, bro. I keep telling y'all be sleeping on a young boy. I don't think he'll crush him, bro. It's a big dude. He could punch. If you see the way he hold his position and hold his composure, so that's not a tough fight. I think that's a real tough fight for everybody. Jermell might make it look easy, but it ain't easy. When Crawford stopped Porter, he stamped the best fight in the world officially to me. Said the boost sign PBC is over for Spence. They still, Spence and Thurman been signing PBC together. Yeah. Al Heyman still made Spence and Thurman. So not necessarily. I just seen a tweet from my homegirl saying she was bisexual. Shake my head. I hate that shade. Like I said before, some people cool with it, some people ain't. A lot of women you probably talk to bisexual, bro. You didn't even know it. Trustly, a lot of chicks in college, bro. A lot of chicks, I'm telling you, dog, it's more than that. Be some chicks I've seen. I ain't think so. They on Instagram stories kissing and shit. You know what I'm saying? Talking about doing this. That don't surprise me, bro. That's why I say it take years to get to know somebody, bro. Trying to tell you, bro. You gotta see somebody when they angry, somebody if they drink, when they drunk, when they high, somebody who know when they get their paycheck, where their priorities at, where you at on their priority. You gotta see all that. That don't surprise me, bro. I be trying to tell y'all that shit do not surprise your boy. When you go to college, y'all know what I'm speaking on. People that went to college, y'all know what it is, bro. Said facts, most of the sisters get in with women, those heterosexuals. But yep, I'm trying to tell you, bro, that shit ain't shit kind of like, come on. Don't surprise me. Don't surprise me, dog. Real talk. A lot of y'all have, people around y'all that's like that. I don't want to say the proper words, but offspring, how about that? Trust me. See that right? All girls grow up to be their mothers. They do. You only assisting, you trying to give them the game. John, be poetic. That's it. But a lot of times they don't listen to what you're saying until it's too late. And women don't. It's like, especially in the black community, women not programmed to listen to men. Like I said the other stream, like if you and your girl or your whoever, your baby mama, wife, fiance, whoever, y'all like a particular dude she bring around, teenagers are rebellious, especially women. She not gonna like that dude no more. You like, we like John. John is cool, he clean. We don't mind inviting him to dinner. Women are rebellious, so she not gonna like John no more. She gonna get somebody else. I'm telling y'all how it go. Daddy girls are great though, for sure. When you get a girl that's fully equipped with being a daddy girl, they the best ones. But then again, they gonna see through all your bullshit a lot. The older they get, the more experience they get, they gonna see through your bullshit more though. But if you solid and you 100, you a real dude, they gonna be submissive to you easy, bro. Real talk, they gonna be submissive to you easy. Trust and believe me, 9 times out of 10, 9.5 times out of 10, she gonna be submissive to you. That's why one of the questions you start dating the women, my homeboy put me on. I haven't tell Pops, where your dad at? Where your dad at? He put me on that shit when I was young. I'm like, yeah, that make perfect sense. But when you get a woman that's had her dad the game to up and raised her and gave her the game, they naturally submissive to dudes that they kicking it with. Oh, could you put air in my tire? You know what I'm saying? They gonna be there for you too. Oh, nigga needs socks. He need this. Your birthday, holiday. They gonna cook, clean, cater to your needs. They gonna be perfect though. Shit, at all. But they instantly fall in place like white girls. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of in the white community have a structure in place. You know what I'm saying? You go to college, whatever. If you don't go to college, I've seen white people buy their whole kids a whole house. They have a structure in place. They go to college, they live young, they go deal with black guys, other guys. You know what I'm saying? They go around, do their thing, and then they end up who they end up with. It's life. That's what they do. When black community ain't no real structure in place, bro. Arab community, it's a structure in place. Like they women, they will mess with dudes outside of the culture though. A lot of times they believe in oral stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because they, like I said before, that if they find out messing with other dudes, they get kicked out the family. But with women, women will take chances, bro. Women, once you emotionally break through a woman's barrier, you can really do what you want to do with them. But a lot of dudes, they abuse that control. But the daddy's girl is a little bit different though, because they already got the game. So you're going to have to work a little bit to get that control. But that's why you ask, your daddy is. So, well, women who don't have a daddy, then you just working, you hoping the mother, you hoping the experience, gave, you know, gave them enough. A lot of times, daddy girls, best ones. They start trusting you. When you get their trust, they automatically gonna start leaning on you. I get take my car, get a tune up, clean my car out, and they gonna do shit for you. They gonna cook, they gonna clean, they gonna all that. And then guess what? All the games she got from her daddy, she got from her mom, from her experience, she gonna give it to her child, her offspring. And guess what? All you doing is adding the sprinkles on top of the goddamn cupcake. So now you making a daughter that's super gamed up, that's super smart, that's super intelligent, who's still gonna make the mistakes. But it's different when you step in from a stepdad situation because they ain't even like fucking with you like that. Trust and believe me, unless you there from when they're young, they ain't really fucking with you like that. You give an objective point of view that an actual parent can't give you, but you don't get celebrated until you dead or down the line. So that's a totally different, it's totally different. That's not a job for the faint of the heart at all. It's not. Or that's a job for like when y'all older and shit and she got a teenage daughter that's like, all her other kids gone or y'all, 40s, whatever. And he's like, man, you like, man, shit, But being young, I mean, there's benefits to it now. Like you date a chick that got kids, at least she a girl. She a woman by nature, you know what I'm saying? So it's just little shit like that, bro. He said black Instagram look the way it does for a reason. Unfortunately, this shit represents a lot of our culture, social media raising and training our women, raising and training the kids. TV been doing that for years. The Teletubby was conditioning, kids to be the other way, if you catch my drift. Social media no different. Television been doing the job for years. That's why they took the Cosby's off, the Jamie Foxx, the Wayans brothers, the Family Matter shows off, even shows like Step by Step. That's why you think TV then got away from that. Even shows like Friends, the 70s show, Friends that show, or shows that show camaraderie. You know what I'm saying? They took all that shit off TV. You got to understand, Family Matters probably had like 20 plus episodes a season. Talking about Malcolm in the Middle had 20 plus episodes a season. All those TV shows show family and camaraderie and togetherness. They don't show that no more, bro. It's all reality shows, fighting, bad girl clubs, love and hip hop. That's what kids watching. SJ Fish 1-on-1 salute. Is Stevenson a takeoff witness? I don't know, bro. I don't know. I feel you, Kobe. It's just a sign of the times, no drama. It's pretty much been like that, bro. It's just okay to come outside and pop your head out. They made it more comfortable. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised, bro. It's kind of like you hear all these, children that's been assaulted. You catch my drift when I say that, right? You see James Brown. You see Antoine Fisher and guys like that was all dealing with that type of stuff. But they only put the spotlight on women that went through that type of harassment and shit. A lot of young guys went through that harassment, but they don't care. You know what I'm saying? So he said the truth is revealed when she started drinking all that shit. She tried to hide and get the truth, or when she get angry. When she get angry and start telling you, I mean, you got to take it for what it is. Johnson salute. When you go to jail, we'll learn about you. I mean, you ain't got to go to jail per se. Yeah, that's true. Per se, but it's a lot of other truth testimonies before you even get there, bro. Look how you treat your birthday. She want to start arguments and break up before her birthday. Nah, it's fair game if you doing bullshit like that too, though. You know what I'm saying? That's fair game. You know, when you need something like shit, you know, you probably need $100 for a tire or whatever. I got you back, whatever. She got a problem giving it to you or something. She ain't never got it. Then come on, you know where to put her at. So way before you get to the ultimate truth of jail, you know what I'm saying? There's like other stuff there. You know, it's a thought that count. You know, she going out her way to make sure you good. You know, you ate, going out your way, making sure your plate up, going out your way to make sure you got clothes, make sure you know all that type of stuff, bro. Not per se, whatever your need is. So all that type of shit. Way before you get to something that's major as jail, bro. All that, man. You know, you can't ignore it. You know, loud TV, big facts. Yeah, you know, it's just truth. You know, so you get to all that, you gotta look at it, man. You know, it's just like your mother. If you need some drawers, a lot of times you ain't gotta say nothing. Your mom's do gonna make sure you have drawers, make sure you have socks, make sure you got a coat. You know, make sure you got the essential things that you need. You know, it's people that's married. I've seen somebody, my homeboy from Cincinnati said he worked with a bunch of guys that's, you know, they said they got married, they ain't getting none no more. They don't even make their lunch and stuff no more. And women will tell you, like, check this out too. I'm about to get off though. Women tell you about what you're not doing no more. But well, you know, you're not doing what you used to do. But guess what? They be the first ones not to do what they used to do. They got you. Let that sink in. They do it first. You know, they get complacent, they get lazy, they stop dressing up, they stop keeping themselves together, they stop working out, they stop keeping their body up, they stop keeping their hair and nails up. Then say, why you don't pay for their hair and nails? You paying for everything else. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing women can always do. Y'all get into an argument, well, you don't do this or you do that. But like I said before, once you truly like a person for who they is, you're gonna deal with it. You're gonna work through it. It just is what it is. It don't mean that because you ain't faithful that you don't love nobody. Don't let no people tell you that, bro. Women cheat out of spite. Women cheat out of like revenge or emotion. An emotional creature, they do that. But as a dude, it's in your nature, bro. It's your nature. Don't get mad at it. Just don't do no dumb shit. Like if you want to be with her no more, go ahead. Cut it off. Remove it. I mean, and it's a process to cutting somebody off and breaking up, especially when you're married or you got years and y'all living together. It's a process. But best believe this. If she knows she about to leave, she preparing to leave you and hang your ass dry. So guess what? If you knowing, like, you know, you about to leave or she could leave you, guess what? You got to prepare yourself so you don't get hung dry. Straight up and down. You got to prepare like we gone. Guess what? I got a place to go or this my shit or whatever. Boop, boop, boop. You got to prepare yourself for that too. It's just not, hey, we together one day in high school and then on next Tuesday we ain't together. No, it don't work that way. You got to prepare yourself. But then again, if it's something that you gonna double back with or y'all break up, you gonna get back together. Guess what? Like Sinbad did with his wife. Guess what? You might as well work through it. But it's in your nature, bros. It's in your nature to be with another one. It's in your nature to conquer women. It is. But it's also in your nature to discipline your private area too. You have to be disciplined, bro. But that's why you don't get married too early. You rather be late getting married than early. Get out your system, you know what I'm saying, and go on about it. But that's all I got, man. Appreciate y'all. He said, but they want to ring, I always want to ring. Always. You know what I'm saying? And church girls don't become real fun until they have experiences too. So appreciate y'all. This will be on the podcast, Amazon Music, Google Podcast. Hit the link tree, the ball be there. Follow me on YouTube and all that. Appreciate y'all. Peace, man.